When I was asked to speak a little bit here, the first thing that I thought in my mind was, what could I possibly say to two men that gave so much? And the two words that came to mind was ultimate sacrifice. And because of their sacrifice, we have what we have today. We have better working conditions, we have safety, we have benefits, although right now it's a little testy. I just want to throw that out there. But these guys have done so much for us. They paved the way, and it's hard to even talk that because I wasn't around. I wasn't even acknowledged by that. But so it brought me to another thing. I asked myself, well, how can I administer that in my life? And I remember as a kid growing up, my father, my uncles, my aunts, a lot of them were all longshoremen. And I remember, my father held two things sacred. One was going to church every Sunday, whether we wanted to or not, and the other one was Bloody Thursday. Our families, I remember always at night, the nights before, my aunts, my uncles would all be calling, who's bringing this, who's bringing that. Everybody got together and made that day special. It was almost like a whole entire day with the family. That's how important it was to our family growing up that way. And as a kid, I didn't really understand the importance of it nor the significance until I grew older. As I grew older, then I became an ID, and we got more involved, and I started to understand really the sacrifice that these guys gave. Because at first I thought, wow, who would be crazy enough to give their life for their job? But now I see, as a man growing up, I saw what exactly transpired and how it came about, and the history of it. And for me, that's something that I'll always cherish. It's something that I've learned from a child coming to a man. So here I see my brothers from 94, from 63, all our brothers from 13, many pensioners, women's auxiliary, a lot of other people out here. And that to me is very important. It shows the solidarity and the importance of everybody around here. So with that, I know we have other people who want to speak. I just want to thank you guys all for being here. I know these guys, it couldn't have been put at a better place. This park has been completely redone. It's beautiful. The plaque where it sits right now is kind of an overview and oversight of what's to happen in the future here. You see it happening here now. These guys paved the way, along with all you pensioners here, for what we have now. And for that, I thank every one of you. Thank you.
Well, good morning, brothers and sisters. First off, I want to thank the port, Dave, and everybody involved to get this plaque moved back over here in an appropriate place too, where it all started 79 years ago today. And first blood, it's an appropriate comment to say about how the struggle started up and down the West Coast, and it's ironic that it's here in the port of LA and Long Beach. We got a struggle ahead of us coming up, and that's coming up in this next contract. And David said some key words as well as Chris, but I think we need to be ready. We had two men here, Knudsen and Parker, that, like Chris said, gave the ultimate sacrifice. And I think each and every one of us needs to say to ourselves, what are we willing to do? Because it's coming, brothers and sisters. It's coming. Chris alluded to it a little bit about our welfare. Our brothers and sisters and the pensioners have already put their butts on the line already again. They're not retired. They're retired, but they do not give up the fight. And I just want to say to all of our members out there that are out there, the workforce, our longshore clerks and walking bosses, that we need to be ready. We need to be ready for the struggle that's ahead of us. These two men gave up the ultimate sacrifice, like Chris said, but we need to be ready to continue that fight. In the port of LA Long Beach, just like Dave said, we've got some things coming up. Automation's coming in these ports, and we need to be ready to adjust to that. And so for the future, we need to be ready. And I just want to thank the pensioners and all the brothers that came from up and down the coast. Some familiar faces out here. The struggles happened, and we had men die up and down the coast, San Francisco, Seattle, and LA. And I just want to leave everybody with a message that we need to be ready for this upcoming contract and everything that comes in the future. So thank you.
And I think I want to start off by really looking at everybody out here today, because I'm not going to go back and pretty much, but I want to thank all you that are here today, right here, that took the time to come here to honor what we're doing here. I mean, all of you deserve a round of applause, and that's right now, because you took your time out. We've been announcing this to come out here to support what we're doing here. I can't say enough, and it's an honor to really be around the pensioners of this great union. I'm blessed to be born and raised a longshore child my whole life. and for them not to ever let this go away. When they got rid of the plaque, the pensioners in Southern California said, no way, we're going to let this plaque not be remembered, and put it right here. And then they pushed so that we could get this park built, so that we could honor our brothers and sisters that gave so much, as everybody else would say. The committee that did this work, I want to thank you very much for your hard work, your dedication, because it's a lot of free time that they give away from their regular family life to make sure this union survives and continue to go. I'm not going to get into what Mike touched about, but what we all are aware of the struggle of the labor movement in the United States. So I want to thank everybody again today for coming. It's nothing but a great honor to be here today. Diane, thank you very much for stepping in. Commissioner Arian, Brother Arian. And I want to leave with one last statement that our founder made this union stand on. An injury to one is an injury to all. Thank you very much. God bless the ILWU.
1, 2, 3.